What's up, people? Today I'm here to talk about why most gym routines don't work. Listen, most gym routines that are taught don't teach progressive overload, don't teach intensity. They just teach isolation movements that just don't work. Today I'm going to teach you how to use intensity in the most efficient way possible and where you will see results quickly. Starting off with the 3 set and 10 rep routine. This is such a common thing. People do 3 to 4 sets of 10 reps. It's a routine for failure, honestly, because most people that do these rep ranges don't go to failure. They'll pick a weight they know that they can rep 10 times or maybe even more, but once they reach that 10, they drop the weight. That is the worst thing you can do. You're basically not even training your muscle to the fullest capacity to where it can actually build strength and muscle. The point of going to the gym is where you push to failure. Your point of achievement in the gym is failure. And that's the best thing you can achieve in the gym. Once you push yourself to absolute failure with the weights that you're working with, that's what matters. So when you reach a certain rep range, right, you should increase your weight. Let's say, for example, that I'm doing incline bench and I'm benching 20 kilos, for example, and I reach the rep range of 10. There's no point of working on the same weight to even try to continue to reach 10. If you can reach 10 reps with a weight, increase the weight. And then if it makes it better, which is what I do, I work my way up to 10 reps. So you're working on the same weight. That way, when you move on, you can continue to build, right? Because if you build a stronger foundation, you'll be stronger for the next weight that comes. So you have to think about the progressive overload side of it. You have to at least increase the weight also during your sets, especially first starting off. If you think that you're gonna increase muscle and increase strength by doing the same weight 3 to 4 times and repping it 10 times, you are out of your mind. There is no way that you will see progress or anything of that matter. Maybe you will see a little bit if you're first starting off and you haven't touched a single weight in your life, then it will work. But it's better to stick to a routine you know will work when you start until you die. That's how important it is to stick to a routine that works. Because 3 sets of 10 only works in the beginning because you haven't never touched the weight, and 10 is not even something that's achievable, right? So once you start, you gotta find a way to increase reps but also increase weight. That way you'll build muscle and build strength. So try to, every time you do a workout, a compound lift, bench press, squats, rows, think of increasing a rep every week. Instead of increasing the weight, think of it like this. Let's do 4 sets. You do 4 sets. The first 2 sets are warm-ups, right? And then after the last 2 sets are gonna stay the same weight, the weight that you're trying to progress in. With these 2 sets, you're gonna do your absolute maximum, whether that's 2, whether that's 3, whether that's 8, whatever it is, push it to your maximum on both times. Now, both times don't have to be the same amount of reps, as long as you're reaching failure. And if you have a rep range goal, which is 5, but you feel like you can push another one, push another one. Because your goal is failure, right? And once you reach failure, you don't have to go further, right? You don't want to overly fatigue yourself, which will make you feel worn out, fatigued, and tired for your next workout. Recovery is also key. We want to make sure recovery is easy within the time and space that we have within 1 week. Cardio is tiring you out. Most people will say, yep, do cardio before your workout, do cardio after your workout, do it for 30 minutes, do it for 20 minutes, do it for 15 minutes. Just don't do it at all. As businessmen, as people that are working, we work every single day. That is our cardio machine. There is no single reason why you should step on a treadmill or you should step on a Stairmaster when you move around every single day. There's literally 0 point. Because you're putting your steps in, you're burning your calories while you work. So don't worry about going on treadmill machines, because that makes you tired, and then after, your performance will be low when you start to do the weights. You understand? We have to make sure that we have the most amount of energy for our workout so that we can maximize our results. So once you have and understand that cardio is not needed, that the most important thing is nutrients, and the food that you eat will dictate whether you lose weight or not, right? There's people that eat unhealthy and run on the cardio machine for hours and they still look the same. So tell me, what is more important, what you eat or the amount of cardio you do? Listen, don't waste time on cardio. I have not taken a single step of cardio this whole year, and this is the leanest I've ever been in my life. So if I can do it, I know you can do it too. We are all human. I have the same 2 arms and 2 legs like you do. So that means you can do it as well, okay? So forget cardio machines. You don't need that stuff. You don't even need a skipping rope. You don't need any of that stuff. If you're doing it for endurance, and you're doing it because you're an athlete, or you're doing it because you like to play football sometimes, and any reason like that, then here and there. But we're going to the gym purely focusing on building a good physique and getting stronger. So that's why I would just push cardio to the side and not even worry about it, okay? So the next one, isolation movements won't build muscle compared to compound movements. Compound movements are the key to unlocking that door to results in your physique. I got bigger arms. My arms have never been bigger than when I was focusing on compound movements. And I was shocked myself. I couldn't believe it. My arms literally blew up. But compared to when I was doing isolation movements, and by the way, I was doing the most targeted isolation movements. I was doing time under tension. I was focusing on the muscle. I was making sure that every rep counted when I was doing isolation movements. I don't do a single isolation movement, not one, not a tricep extension, not a bicep curl, nothing. All I do is dips, pull-ups, incline bench, and rows. And that has blew my arms up. My arms have never been bigger. They grew in such a small amount of time, it's just insane. That I just couldn't believe it. My shoulders too, I don't do rear delts at all. My delts have grown insane. Like, I used to be killing my muscles. I used to work it to the absolute end where it couldn't even lift 2 kilos. I used to kill myself in the gym. My results have never been better than when I did compound movements. Not only that, I don't even push to maximum fatigue. I just push to maximum reps. Once I know that I've reached that point where I've tried my best, I don't have to overly work myself because I come back stronger. You don't have to overwork your muscle to be stronger, because I've done it and I'm doing it. It's insane the progress that you make when you don't do isolation movements. Now, the satisfaction of seeing reps and weights going up when you're doing these compound movements as well is a whole different story. Like, the only thing you get from an isolation movement is you get a pump. Yes, it looks good in the moment. You can't even move away from the mirror because you just see that your arms have just blown up. But then after what? Once the pump is gone, your arms are gone back to normal. It's cool. Like, you get a big pump and you can show it off and it looks sick. Whatever. But when it comes to isolation movements, my arms look the way they were when they were pumped. My arms look pumped, but they're not. Like, you see that thing that everyone does when they go to the gym, or mostly in the bodybuilding world, where people are chasing the pump, and it's like a never-ending chase to look like what you look like when you have a pump. I look how I looked when I had a pump, and I love it. And I just get so much satisfaction from pushing heavy weights. It's so fun. It's a new progression. It's a new journey. It's just amazing. And the sense of accomplishment you get when you push a new weight or you push a new rep, there's nothing like it, right? But when you're doing isolation movements, like everyone does it. Like there's nothing crazy about it. But anyways, even in the old days, when people did bodybuilding, like we're talking Arnold times, he mostly did bench and compound movements, and then alongside that, afterwards, would do isolation movement. That's for bodybuilding. They're building specific parts of muscles to show them off. But us, we're not here for competition. We're here just to build a good body and to build good strength that can help us in our day-to-day life, so we don't have to struggle, have back pains and have knee pains and have elbow pains. Afterwards, you feel young again, and you have a body that is strong. That's what we need. You know, as men, we need to have strong bodies. Our day-to-day life, we have to. Not only does it give us a strong body, it gives us a strong mentality. Mentally, we're stronger because we put ourselves through hell in the gym. So when we do things outside of the gym, it's like I already just push my absolute hardest in the gym. Now, when it comes to here, it's like, it's easy, it's nothing. So guys, take these points in and you will absolutely change, and you will create a routine that you can start and you won't have to ever change. That's the problem nowadays, is that people find so many new routines during their fitness journey that stunts their growth. And you don't want that. All right. So listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.